pause there, guys. Burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taking in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And he'll run for the first time with Najee Harris.
There's a nice move, and he'll be out right at the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Harris. Finding some room at midfield. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Mixon with a first down carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Chris Evans.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
This defense for the Steelers, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now back to throw. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
From the gun, it's a run by Evans.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. On first down, Mixon. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw here.
And he'll go underneath here to Evans.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, it's Evans. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Pickett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Taken in at the 22. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first down carry for Harris. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Second and 2. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. The tackle made by Levi Wallace. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A handoff to Mixon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half. They'll run on 1st down. Harris. A
106 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Pickett. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
It's brought in by Harris. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
They'll throw now on the final play. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here we go.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Go. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Go.
They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 3. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Check.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. Out of the gun, a give to Evans. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. He'll flip this out to Evans. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. There's Evans again, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Coming to you. 50's the mark. 50's the mark.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 15. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. He's got a first down past the 30. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 130 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Harris. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Steelers.
Back now in Cincinnati. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a first carry for their fullback. The tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Second down and 8. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Chase Claypool, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Bengals 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brings up second and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Check right. Watch it, I got it. Check.
2nd and 1. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
19 Tiger. Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st down, Harris. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Throwing on 1st down. Pickett over the middle. That's caught by Claypool. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Pickett.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Pickett. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
Complete to Hayden Hurst. 10 yards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team?
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Looking to throw on second down. Pickett able to hit his target, Claypool. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So this one in the win column for the